I went in dinner time for a drink, and I walk in the pub, and there's a man there with a dog. I said, "Do your dog bite? Your dog? Does your dog bite?" He said, my dog never bit anybody, never in his life. And I put my hand up, bastard, he nearly bite my hand off. I said, "You toffer." I said, "You told me that your dog don't bite." He said, "That's not my dog." But this dog had been inside the door and held the carpet. Well, he'd shit, that's what he'd done, he'd shit. And it must have took him hours to do it, because he had it curled up to a point, exactly like a walnut whip. If only I had a hazelnut. He must have done it like Mr. Softy, like they do the ice cream. He even had the point on top. He bled it. Well, see, no, I walk in, see? Just, the pub is full of people. I walk in, I never seen the bloody thing. I walk in, slip on. Well, everybody's looking at me. So I just walk straight on, walking normal as you can, with dog shit on your boot. Get the edges off, you've got to turn your foot on. You've done that, you dirty bastard. Then you've got to find something sharp for that little bit. Well, I bought a bottle of Guinness, and I come back, I sit in the corner, and the door was there, and this thing was there. I could see exactly where I've been, because he's only on my left foot. And on that, in come the biggest man I ever seen, and he done exactly the same as I did. Hell, oh hell. Way went, bled flying. Oh hell, oh hell, oh hell. Oh, hell. I said, I know I shouldn't laugh at you. I said, all I can do is apologize for laughing. But I said, I just done that. The bastard, he rubbed my nose and everything. Then I've had some terrible bad news from abroad. My auntie's out abroad working as a missionary. And she got marooned on the desert with 2 nuns. And the bloody Land Rover broke down. And they've been out there a fortnight, they're bloody starving. They haven't nothing to eat or drink, and after a fortnight, one of these girls said to Auntie, she said, "I'm bloody starving." She said, "When I sit down, my ass is snapping at the sand." You're bloody peckish when your ass is snapping at the sand. She said, "I haven't drink for a fortnight and I haven't piddled for a week." Well, Auntie said, "I got a little bit of flour. We'll try to make up a bit of dough. Just try to keep ourselves living, see." Well, they said, what we'll do, we dig a little pit in the sand, and put the flour in, then perhaps one of us could pass a little drop of water. I haven't heard this bugger for years. She said, we could mix up a bit of dough. See, well, they dig a pit in the sand and put the flour in. She said, Marguerite, could you pass a little drop of water? She said, I am pissed for a week. She said, well, we only want a skeet. Well, she said, well, I'll try. Because they starved. See, well, she got her dress right up over her head. And they lined her up best they could, see? Right over the stand, leave her go. Nothing. They said, well, force yourself, Margaret. Hammer, hammer. She even tried with one leg in the air. Hammer. Well, see, it's not the girl's fault. She dried out. There's no water in the port's the whole thing. She said, Marguerite, you've dried right out. She said, I am pissed for a week. She said, Suzanne, perhaps you could pass a little drop of moisture. Well, see, they got Suzanne's dress up over her head. See, well, it wasn't the girl's fault. They haven't drink for a fortnight. They dried right out, see? She'd line yourself up, let her go, hammer. And she forced herself into the veins in her neck, stuck out just like that wire. Hammer! See, well, you can't get blood out of a stone. The girls had dried right out, see? Well, my auntie thought, well, I shall have to have a go. Because she know them other two dried right out. She said, well, I'll have to try pass a little drop of water. See, well, my auntie got her dress right up over her head. But see, she's a great big woman, see? And they got lined up, and they couldn't tell to a foot where it's going to come from. Well, see, my auntie had to do something. She know them other two was dried out. They're going to starve if she don't do something. And, well, she overstretched herself. That's what happened. She overstretched herself, and she farted. And she blowed all the flour right in the hole. And the other two pissed herself laughing. I